What's up, everyone? It's Diecastbuffet here again with one of the new alternate paint schemes for 2025 for Denny Hamlin. And it doesn't matter what time of day you're watching this video, it is the Ampm car. Let's check it out. All right, folks, here we go with today's Diecast review. One of my favorite paint schemes for Denny Hamlin in 2025 is the Ampm cars. Look, purple paint schemes, green race cars, we don't get a lot of them, right? And whenever we do, it's pretty cool. So this one is just really random. I like the orange to it. I like the design to it. And then he won a race at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, which I hope that 164 gets made. It was a playoff car as well. This is just the official Ampm car. It's kind of interesting how the name for it is all lowercase. It's just Ampm. It's kind of interesting. So anyways, one of my favorite alternate paint schemes from 2025. Let's go ahead and get the Hamlin diecast out of the box. And here we go, folks. Diecast out of the box. And look at this car, man. This is freaking cool. You have like a lavender paint job to it. You have a little bit of some gradients with some interesting striping. You have obviously half the paint scheme is also black. You have the orange, the kind of a sunrise crest there. So I really have no idea what this product is, Ampm, but I just know the race cars look pretty cool. Go to the front of the diecast here. You have Denny Hamlin right there on the front windscreen. You have Ampm right there. I noticed like this portion kind of reminds me of like a sunrise, which kind of a play on, AM, early in the morning. So that's kind of cool. I like the gradient within the lettering. That's pretty sharp. Got the hood louvers, which fortunately doesn't have the shadow there, so you could clearly, make out what is on the hood of the car. Check this out. This is really cool. So you go over to the front of the diecast, you have the Camry hammerhead style, front end. The line between the two headlights is a little bit off, I will say that. But you can see this purple to blue gradient. That is sharp. I like that. Camry right there with the Toyota badge on top. Joe Gibbs Racing on the right side and the number 11 on the left side. You have Sunoco on both sides. And again, you can see even the gradient right there at the bottom where the TV cam would be. Go to the left side of the diecast here. You have the number 11, Ampm. Got Mobile One on the right rear on the rocker box. You got Progressive. You got Bob's Discount Furniture. You got Sport Clips, National Debt Relief, Yahoo. You have your 3 Racewood stickers. You have the Denny Hamlin signature. You got B-Post there. It's just really interesting. All these different alternate paint schemes, that Hamlin has had since FedEx, unfortunately left the sport. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Rusty Wallace back in 2004, 2005, when he had a couple of really alternate paint schemes. It was right at the end of his career. He had a bunch of alternate paint schemes, like he had the Kodak car, he had the Snap-on Tools car. It kind of gives me vibes of that a little bit. So you have Toyota Kings Hawaiian. That's another sponsor car he has. Coca-Cola, something else, and Joe Gibbs Racing. Got NASCAR Cup Series. They have the Goodyear decal, which looks like it went through Grove Street, unfortunately. Go over here to the left side. You can see that gradient once again kind of zigzagging underneath the Ampm, which is pretty sharp. Go to the back end of the diecast here. Of course, pick this one up for our good friends at Circle B Diecast. Make sure to tap in and get yours while it's still in stock. I'm hoping it's still in stock. It might not be at the time of this video. There's a ton of Denny Hamlin cars for 2025. You have the playoff win in this paint scheme, so if you want to pre-order that, go ahead and tap in as well. You can use that promo code if you like. Down there in the description, help you save on shipping if you want. Got Mobile One right there on the left side. You got Toyota in the middle. Ampm kind of tucked up with where the trunk handle would be. Number 11 on the right side, you get Toyota Camry XSE. The decal is a little bit wavy because you can see the spoiler line is not perfect on both sides. But again, it's going to happen once in a while. Go to the right side of the diecast here, and I'm not really usually a fan of them only putting the logo on the door panel. But this is kind of one of those diecasts, I'll let it slide, so to speak. I feel like they at least put enough decals on this side. I would have preferred them to move it back. But I like this paint scheme a lot. I'm a sucker for purple cars, green cars. I think they just look really cool on the racetrack. We don't get a lot of them, I think about like the Matt Kenseth, Crown Royal cars, Kurt Busch Crown Royal cars. I think about even the Bobby Labonte Interstate Batteries cars, all the Kyle Busch alternate paint schemes. I like that. It definitely adds a little bit of flavor, so to speak, to the grid, on race day. At the top of the diecast here, the number 11 there on the roof. In terms of like the schematics of the paint scheme, it's definitely kind of all over the place. Like you have a purple line here. I don't see a purple line on this one. You have the gradients, you have the hood of the car, and you have like a half crest on the roof. And then you have the purple that's around most of the side panels to the rear panel. It's definitely unique in that regard. You have Ampm right there on the roof. Hamlin on the back window. Your dual shark fins are present with this diecast. And then you have Ampm once again on the deck lid. Now this is something that Joe Gibbs Racing has been doing, is these alternate contingency panels on the trunk. I don't know why you would pick the trunk to put the contingencies. I mean, there's a lot of real estate. That's not my decision, but they did. Get, what is it, Doosan there. At least I think that's what it is. Get Mac Tools, Simeon's, Lincoln Welders, and Sherwin-Williams. What a cool alternate paint scheme, man. Hamlin has had a lot of great cars. Probably my favorite one's still going to be the progressive car. I hope somehow that diecast gets made in the clean variant within the NASCAR Authentics line. I think it will. I hope so. If not, well, that sucks. But if I had to pick the second favorite Hamlin paint scheme for 2025, this is probably it, man. And they're both new sponsors, and he wins in them, right? The only sponsor he didn't win in, I think, was the King's Hawaiian, the Bob's car, and then I think maybe the debt relief, or did he win in the debt relief car? Because he won 2 races in the progressive car. He won in the Yahoo car. He won in the AMPM car. And then he won one more. I can't remember where it was and what paint scheme it was. But anyways, he had a lot of great cars. I want to say every single one of them has gotten made in the Gold Series except the elusive progressive car. And if they would have just waited like 3 months on that, it would have gotten made very easily because it was announced before the MOQ changes. So I'm going to show another diecast here in studio. I know it's kind of apples and oranges, but another one of those great cars they have right now, the Chase Elliott Patriotic car from the Coke 600. That's a fantastic livery. If you haven't, seen the advent calendar, well, obviously it's past Christmas, so no more spoiler alerts. How about that one right there? That William Sawalich Joe Gibbs Racing Xfinity car. That thing is incredible. And if you're a Dale Jr. fan, check this one out. A special finish sun-dropped late model. Both of those cars in the advent calendar line. There's not a Denny Hamlin car in the advent calendar line. Again, I mentioned most of them were getting produced. It would have been cool to see the progressive car. I digress. There's a ton of great diecasts in that set. I have no idea how many they're producing, but to show you another Joe Gibbs Racing car, check this one out. Chris Rebel, Phoenix Win. That is one of them within that diecast set. So I highly recommend you pick that one up while supplies last. Could be sold out any time. It could be around for years. I have no idea. So that's kind of the cool thing about it. You just don't know. Honestly, one of my favorite paint schemes of 2025, the AMPM car, I'd probably give it a solid 9.2, maybe a 9.3 out of 10. The colors are really cool. If they were to bring back the verbatim same paint scheme in 2026, shout out to Dashy, by the way. he always makes a joke with the sixth. If they were to bring it back, I would be okay with it. I think it's definitely one of my more favorite Hamlin paint schemes. That's all for now, fellas. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a blessed one. DB, signing off.